Yo, Hayden, what's up? Probably won't be on here a ton of time. I've got to, I'm just waiting on my truck to cool down right now so I can go change the oil. I don't really want to crawl up under it and at 150 degrees, so we're waiting. Big Malone, Brian, Brendan, Nasty Nate, Jay, what you dudes up to? That was a very cool show with JP. That was uh, that was really good, really good. Thanks, Brendan. Uh, no, just coming off the stream buzz. Yeah, these are 18 volters. Um, Bob, come on. Yeah, it was cool hearing the history of Sexy Shed. Uh, but I don't. That's another thing I'd like to ask John, like about because he probably knows the origins of half the colors, like on the shelf. You know what I mean? Like Rayburn Red and all that kind of like all those like really famous colors. He'd know all that where all that shit came from. Um, so yeah, he knows his shit about spinner baits and everything else. Baits in general. I think that's the coolest thing is like he's he's not just a bait painter. He's done it all. Uh, is that old? I mean, I guess it is. I probably bought that when I was working construction, so that would have been 2010, 12. So yeah, they're probably 10-year-old drills. Uh, Bob, I think that's all of our goals. He needs to build spinner baits for the campers to buy. That would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, everything on his baits is by design. Um, do I know what kind of airbrush he uses? I don't. We've never talked about it, probably for a reason. Because at the end of the day, it's probably pretty insignificant. You could give him anything, it wouldn't matter. Uh, so yeah, I gotta pick out a few baits and send them to him out of the collection. I think I'm gonna do bill removal to make it easy on him, so he doesn't have to deal with the bill. Yeah, I would probably guess either of those, Marty. Either of those. He might be a Pache guy, dude. I've got a Pache out there that I bought in a bind to where I just needed an airbrush to spray clear coat out of, and I bought a Pache Millennium. The thing's awesome. Like I don't think I've ever cleaned it, and it just blasts paint. Um, they just blast paint. So I don't know. The only one I think that was that I've ever used that was unusable was I bought when I first got started. I bought a Harbor Freight airbrush, and it was like the black one that had like the compressed air thing. That one, or it's like a single action. You just press the button and shit comes out. That one was pretty hard to use, but yeah, I think that's everybody's deal with foil is that they know how, They just don't want to. I hate it. I don't hate foiling. I actually like laying down the foil. I don't like having to clear coat the bait again to hide the seams and then sand that and then clear it or then paint it, then re-clear it. I don't like that extra clear coat step. It bothers me. Brendan, me and South Jersey were talking about this. I think some of them are and some of them aren't. Um, because I've painted quite a few of them, and the ones I painted were not. But South Jersey and I looked at a few pictures, and there were. It did look like there were some where you could see like a foil, where a foil line started and stopped, but I don't know. Yeah, I need to get me a Turner, Marty. So if I'm feeling froggy, that's part of the reason I don't foil things is uh, because I have to build up over the foil with regular 2K clear, and that takes a while. You have to go through and you know sand it, clear it some more. If that's not enough, sand it, clear it some more. Um, but if I could use epoxy, that would probably be help my causes. I would probably there's probably a lot of times I would use epoxy for certain baits, but I don't because I don't have anything to turn it with. So maybe one of these days I'll get into the epoxy world. Start. I mean, it's hard. It's hard. The thing about foiling that doesn't. Yeah, it does sound like a beard project. Build me a Turner. Um, the unappealing thing about foiling to me now is that the the ability to of guys to like when Ed was doing it and like all the all the dudes before me when they were doing it by hand. And then when you see like a really beautiful foil job like one of Ed's, you're like, damn, that's awesome. And then, like I said, it was all done by hand. But now with technology ruining everything, guys don't have to do that shit by hand much anymore. Like the impressions of whatever design they're going for, they could either print them, 3D print them a stamp. They could, have it kind of engraved. Like none of that shit's done by hand. Like the the real crazy shit. So that that's kind of unappealing to me. You know what I mean? Because like the days of like somebody taking the handcrafted, and there's still people who do it. Maybe not in this country, but uh, certainly in Japan, especially where they do the like shell veneer and they cut the scales in it and shit. And but like when it kind of quit being done by hand, and you didn't see anybody pushing the envelope of like hand, I won't say hand jobs, but like handcrafted foil uh, impressions, it kind of lost its appeal to me. Um, but I mean, if you're just trying to get something that looks perfect and badass, there's certainly room for because I would like if I had some cool design and I could get a stamp or something made or uh, yeah a roller to to emboss my foil, I would certainly be into it. But like I said, it kind of went got swept under the rug when the tides turned to. Uh, I mean, to me, you're basically just putting a sticker on it at that point. Um, so, like Jimmy Etter, he did beautiful foil work, um, and all his was done by hand. That's why I always appreciated Jimmy's foil work is because he was really really good at it, and his foil work was really good. Nice to talk about because he would do like big runs of foil baits. I'm like, dude, have you lost your mind? He's like, what? I'm like, why are you doing all these foil baits? And he's like, oh, they're not that bad, dude. I'm like, they're not that bad. He's like, no, like my wife cuts them out or my kids, and he's like, I just sit there and watch TV and just stick foil on baits. I was like, I guess, man. He's like, you're a better man than me. Brian, I got hot and I started coughing, but I didn't want to, I had to pee really bad. I didn't want to get up and leave though to turn the air on and go pee. So I just, Travis, you need to protest because Hella won. Hella won. Hella scheduled his stream over the Tackle Camp John Pryor show and then strolls back in and wins. Kind of bogus. Hella shows up, the end of stream wins. And if you go back to my comments, Hella was the first one to comment on the stream like 10 minutes before it started. And I said, are you going to leave this stream up while you're streaming so you're entered into the giveaway? And sure as shit. I guess he got done streaming, Travis, and slid on over for the freebies. Neither Kyle. It just wasn't turned on. I think it was just set high. Uh, yeah, we do need a rule. Can't win 2 giveaways in a row. That's probably smart. I don't know how you remove people. I guess you just roll it and then uh, and if they win again, you remove them. But that would, yeah, I would certainly. Dude, John talked for like 3.5 hours, dude. But it was I don't feel like there was ever like a breaking point to where we were uh, like stalling out where he was like running out of gas. Like it flowed good. Like I feel like it was like one continuous thought for 3 hours, and it just like took that long to get out. Um, yeah, that was a long time. That was a long stream. I mean, it wasn't for me, but like I didn't even talk that much, which is the whole point. But yeah, he is a national treasure. Um, make a rule where AJ gets to win. AJ, eventually you will win. That is the rule. The rule that you can't win twice ensures that you will win. I would love to have a Pryor 2.0. We'll probably have to give him a little time to recuperate, collect his thoughts. But that's the funny thing about like if you like see his baits and you're like, ooh, I'm gonna duplicate that. You can't. Like because nothing he uses is like standard anything. Physically, Stearman, I have Pryor on while I do a carving session. That'd be interesting. You need a non-textured bait, Brendan. Probably not. He had neck surgery, or he had his neck worked on, so he was probably uncomfortable. He had like a herniated disc or something in his neck. How to win the freebies? All you had to do was do hashtag Pryor before the stream ended, before we rolled in the comments, and that would have entered. That would have entered everyone. I thought we had. I think we had 18 left, and when I did the drawing, there was like 17 entries. So somebody was on. Maybe that was you, Hayden. That was on that didn't get their entry in. But it was fun. It was fun. Come on, phone charger. You hashtag Pryor. Yeah, I actually got in bed last night, and Burns didn't, or maybe it was Burns, but I actually got in bed last night, and Amy was like, "Was that fun?" I was like, "Yeah, it was a blast." And we started. She's like, "So who is this guy?" I was like, "He's like, he was like, I was like Jimi Hendrix was in music to me. Like that's kind of what got me going, and like what inspired me to like play the guitar when I was young." I was like, that was John Pryor. I was like, that was him for airbrushing. And she was like, oh. I was like, dude, look at this shit. I started showing her pictures, and I sat there and just like went through all of his pictures again. Um, I feel like I missed a ton of stuff because I was like zoned, like I wasn't even there. Um, yeah, it was. But you really got to think about it. Like now it's no surprise guys get good at stuff. You know what I mean? Because there's all the resources in the world to make the learning curve much shorter. So it's not. I don't feel like being decent at something now is impressive as like when there were very little resources and you had to like take little nuggets that people passed down to you and like just figure shit out. I think that's the most impressive part is that like when people go to that extreme. I had written down um, a a list of things I wanted to talk about with him, um, and we actually hit all of them without me really having to uh, uh, go into them. Like it everything kind of naturally flowed into what I was going to ask anyway, so it was good. Um, uh, what do you owe me for those baits? Which ones? I can't believe you're on TU before John. Yeah, that the old Tackle Underground. Like I think all those like the dudes you're talking about, Burns, uh, like you know Jeff Klein, and I think they just like put out so much information. They just like turned into prunes from like putting out putting out info. Like there's so much shit on Tackle Underground, like it's maddening. Let me look and see when I joined. Tackle Underground. Let's see if I can find myself. Uh, Pages. I want members. Zero results. I don't think I hope I didn't change my name. My old name on uh, my name on Tackle Underground and Bass Central back in the day was Shaky Mistake. Zero results for Shaky Mistake. I wonder if because I've been inactive, they deleted me. The clear coat war. We kind of delved into that, Burns. That uh, that the clear coat really is nothing. Hmm. Weird. Let me see if I can sign in. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. Forgot my password. Let's see. Uh, see if this is it. I don't even know. I don't even know what email I use. Let's go back. Um, what's up, JP? Back when it was a serious discussion. Oh yeah, dude. I remember reading about that shit forever. Um, DevCon versus Etex Lite. Oh man, those guys that spend a lot of time on there would just cringe when somebody would say, "What's the best clear coat?" Those guys would get flamed, and they should have, and they should have. Um, let's see. Hmm. Hmm. What would my password be? don't know. See if I can recover it. I want to know now when I joined. Probably, Kyle. Probably. Let's see. Updated. Nothing yet. Let's check the spam folder. Junk. Nope. Google autofill. No, that did not exist. Did not exist. You had to write that shit on a piece of paper. Trash. Let me check I gotta go back to AOL. I thought DevCon was great. I loved DevCon. It was a little thick. You couldn't get that many baits out of a little batch, but I was a fan. I was a fan. And people used to talk about it yellowing, but I've got baits that are from when I first started that I used DevCon on, and they didn't yellow. AOL. Well, that didn't work either. Let's try the forgot password again with another email address. I'm running out of email addresses. Sign in, forgot password. Maybe I updated my password on there. I know I've been on there recently, or not recently, but at some point. You've got mail. Dude, I haven't checked my AOL in so long. I think I've got, I've got 8,300 emails unread. If I were to go back in the oldest emails, this email's from like 2000. There's probably some gems from like high school. That would be probably too embarrassing to even read. All right, let's check regular mail. I feel like Tackle Underground might have like deleted me because none of these emails work. I thought yours was a Yahoo account, Burns. Maybe I got deleted from Tackle Underground. That would be a shame. Huh. Wonder if I could go through the gallery and find. I think I posted like a picture or two. Hell, who the hell knows? They've probably done so much to the site. I probably did get deleted. Not to mention, I'd have to go back like 20 years. I will tell you that Tackle Underground is a real piece of shit. Like, their site is terrible. Like, every time you click on something, it says, sorry, there's a problem. I had I had an old tackle underground sweatshirt. Browse gallery. Painter dude. Let's read my high school emails. That sounds awful. That sounds awful. Featured images. Not me. I just want gallery. I don't want to add. I just want to see everything. Where are we at? Hard baits. Let's see how many gallery. There's only 276 pages. So I could, in theory, probably find one of my baits if I am still a user. Hey Burns, wasn't Craig Cole blackjack? Because I just saw one of his baits, and I believe he wasn't he blackjack. Yeah, I'd have to charge a premium for that email reading Patreon, and it would definitely get deleted after that. Bama Bass, who's that? There's Hot Tailpipe on a Rogue. That was not my era. Blackjack. I think that's some Craig Cole stuff. Uh, 270. Let's see. I'm never gonna find this. I'm never gonna find myself. There are some pretty baits on here though. I don't know. You should extend prior an olive branch and get him a free Patreon mentorship for life. Should. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if that's humanly possible. Probably is. I don't know. Mr. CNC laser burner. Yep. Yep. He got tired of doing that shit the damn old fashioned way, which is the way I like to see it done. But that's just me. Hey, Benton B. Wakes and Cranks. Plate full of baits. There you go. Blades and baits. There's prior stuff. Man, there was some heaters back then. There's flat sides and a round one. UL flat sides and a round one. All Burns' baits. Burns, you posted a bunch, dude. Balsa baits. You had a bunch of stuff on there. You were blasting. You were blasting some pics. New colors. Who were you, dude? Who were you? I wish I should have been on StreamYard so I could have shared screen and we could have all looked together, but I'm being selfish and looking by myself. You're starting to see 1.5s pop up. As I go farther into the future, less balsa baits, less factory baits, more production style baits. Fat Fingers, that was a cool bait. Benton Burns, Clearwater baits. There's a dude painted a gunfish. All right. All right, dudes. I think you are a bait building machine. All right. I'm going to get off of here and go change my oil because I got to get on the road here in a little bit. And some old Burns, woolly mammoth bones. Yeah, the Tackle Underground is the Boneyard Alaska of Burns crankbaits. Actually, I'm probably the I'm probably the Boneyard Alaska of Burns crankbaits. I got some fossils in here, but y'all be good. We'll talk to y'all next week. I guess Monday. I'll be gone for the weekend. Work work calls. I will be working this weekend on baits out of town. So see what comes out of it. All right, y'all be good. See you.